This day is extremely important for all West Indians because it represents the survival of the culture. And it's important to us because we're 3,000 miles away from home. And this one day of the year, we are able to express ourselves and to be a part of the melting pot that is America. We are part of this great cosmopolitan country, and our culture is very important to us, and to represent it today is indeed a great pleasure for each and every West Indian.
Come along, my darling. This party hot and swinging. Just a little rubbing and some tender loving. We come here to have fun. This party can't done. We come out to party, so that we get.
We West Indians like to have fun, and we have to set aside a day especially to have fun. So today is the day in New York.
Don't stop this party. Just go and get it started. Don't stop this party. Keep the action starting, money. Don't stop this party. We're going till morning. Don't stop this party. A little romantic party. Don't stop this party. We're drinking and dancing.
I am here to watch all the beautiful faces, including yours. And it's just nice. A lot of reggae music, a lot of food, records, herbs. Everything is just right, Irish.
Plenty food and drinking. Sweet music and dancing. Girl, this party's super. Nothing could be better. This party is real tight. Big grooving all night. Excitement and pleasure. What could be better? Don't stop this party. Even if it's running, running.
My name is Kelvin, and I live in 1191. I come here to see the parade, Labor Day parade. Everything is all nice. And I see the devil and all, and I come to buy a pair of sneakers too. And I appreciate the out here. There's some nice people out here and a lot of things to see. Thank you very much. Good night.
This is the largest gathering of Caribbean people in the United States. More than 3 million people gather on Brooklyn's Eastern Parkway every year to help the West Indian community celebrate its culture. Brooklyn, New York has the largest Caribbean community in America. There's nearly 1 million immigrants who have come from the various Caribbean islands to settle in New York City. We may be far away from home, but we have brought our businesses, our sense of community, and our culture with us. And now we're one of the biggest ethnic groups in New York City. One of our most important traditions back home in Trinidad and the other islands is the carnival. We have it every year, just before Lent. You know, just like you have Mardi Gras here in the U.S. It's too cold here in the winter for us to have our own carnival, and most of us can't afford to fly home every year. So we brought the carnival up to New York instead and hold it in the summertime when we can have it outdoors. Although the carnival itself is modeled after one in Trinidad, we come from every island in the Caribbean. But whichever island we come from, we all meet on Eastern Parkway once a year to celebrate. The preparations for the carnival takes place months before the actual event. when we all get together to make our costumes.
Well, right now he's getting ready for the Labor Day parade on Eastern Parkway. Right now my costume is supposed to be the flying horse and the half man and half beast behind your back. During the summertime, we get in the backyard here and we put these costumes together. Every year is different costumes we make, not the same one that we had last year. The costume that you see here right now, this is what the people come out to see. This is part of my culture. This is something that I love. And I really like to see my culture get further, and I'll put it this way, much better.
Craig, what are you doing here?
Well, what I'm doing, I'm making feathers, of course. This is plastic that has been sprayed and deltexed in the form of peacock feather. This is the top of the costume, and it represents the tusk dance, which is the elephant tusk that they use, and I'm just a dancer of the elephant tusk. I just do it for the love of it. I just like to perform because on Eastern Parkway I have friends out there who look forward for me to be playing this. If they don't see me, they will want to know, well, what happened? What happened to Craig this year? So this is just the love of it and the people out there to see the art that I do.
My father, he used to make masks back home in Trinidad. And I used to sit and look at him do it. When I came up here, I started playing masks. And by going to different mask camps and looking at what they're doing, nobody taught me. I just took it up on myself.
A mask camp is the place where we all get together to make our costume. It could be in someone's basement or backyard or apartment, but we all get together to try and help each other.
I want to lean by because your salary was.
You working right tonight? Can you come where you do today?
Yeah.
Sometimes even a restaurant or a social club in the community might donate their space to let us make the larger costumes, and we turn that into a mass camp.
From small, I can remember as far back, probably about 7 years. When I was the age of 7, I would find myself in what we would call a mass camp, such like what we are in now, and seeing my elders doing designs on costumes. This way I got this craft. I picked it up. Started doing it myself. I started this costume 3 weeks ago with the basic structure, the wire form. Before that, patterns were being made for a long period, such as the cones that we would be seeing, that we are looking at here now. It's a considerable amount of time that I've been doing that, maybe about 6 weeks ago. This is the Japanese dragon. I'm always fascinated by dragons. I really do. This is the second time that I have been involved with the making of a dragon. Dragons, they really do fascinate me. For the color, the flair. I love doing this. It's one form of expression that I have been so accustomed that it's not hard for me to get myself involved in it. It's a whole lot of sacrifice, as some people put it, that you do to produce something like this.
In Carnival, you find the roots of European, African, and original Caribbean traditions. In Europe, Carnival was a celebration that was held right before Lent, but in the New World, it has almost completely lost any religious significance. On some colonial plantations of the Caribbean, slaves were allowed to partake of the festivities, and this was their only outlet for public celebration. After emancipation, they adopted the carnival as their own, incorporating many African customs. Costumes became an important part of carnival during colonial times. The plantation owners wore costumes that would mimic the slave, but later on when the slaves were emancipated and held their own carnival, they began to make fancier and more elaborate costumes. Groups are formed around a common theme, and sometimes hundreds of people can be in one group. The costumes are based upon fantasy, or characters in history, or people out of stories, and a lot of research must take place before you can put them together. It's a skill and an art and a science to make these costumes, for not only must they be beautiful, but they must move gracefully as we dance down the parkway in them.
You see big confusion. People start to shed their clothes one by one. But that wasn't half as cheap. Man and woman pile their clothes in one heap. Flaunt me, baby.
What you do, get a piece of paper and a pencil, and then you make the drawing. You get your foundation, which is the tubing. You got to have that. That's got to be strong because she's going to hold all the pressure. That's the same thing that the electricians use. You know, it have the heavier gauges, it have the light gauges, it have pipes. You start sketching out the width and the length. Now you sketch out your foundation out. If it's a moon shape, fine. If it's a diamond shape, fine, whatever, you know. And you start it from there, and you know, you take the pattern from there, it's no problem.
Before I put in a top part.
After you finish that whole structure, now you go to the wire. You use the finest wire you can get because you need that light stuff. See what I'm talking about? That fine wire? Right there. You see it, so you know it. After the wire, there we go. Some people, you have the structure that you have to use paper. You cannot put material onto wire just like that. But the foam rubber, you know, you get that 1, 2, 3. It's, you know, it's smooth and nice, so then you can put your fabric on there. Neatness is the main, you know, something in costume. Because if you look sloppy, you're going to be sloppy. And people wouldn't accept it. You wouldn't feel good, I wouldn't feel good, nobody wouldn't feel good, right? You want to see something neat. Now you're going to put your fabric, and that's where your trouble starts, because you can't mess up there. That's about it. You can't mess up there. You got to be right on target. Now you start to make your designs, which is now the decoration start, which that's the design. You try to do like things that offer your own skill. Now you're going on to the nitty gritty. You got to have that skill to do that. You got to have it. You put the beads on, you put your braid on, whatever, you know, stuff like that. I don't like feathers too much. I like a lot of like sequins and, you know, things that, you know, you can see the dazzly eyes. You can't look at me then, and you know that too. You know, you can't look at me, and that's my major, you know, problem there. I love it. You know, sometimes we go up to like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. You got to do it. You must do it because you got to finish. You got to have this costume. This costume is you. This costume is the people. This costume is everything. You know.
Look, I have some good friends. When they drink up their rum, boy, they like to spend. We hit in the square, till then round the corner. Dynasty and Grapevine in the Bronx on fire. Labor Day Monday, when we on the parkway.
Just as our costumes are an important part of our culture, so is our music. Steel bands, calypso, and the carnival all grew together. Steel bands were born in Trinidad during World War II. They are handmade instruments fashioned out of oil drums. For weeks before Carnival, groups get together throughout the city to practice new tunes. The music, the beat, helps drive us down the parkway. West Indian Carnival started in Harlem in the 1920s. At that time, it was held right before Lent, the same way it is in Trinidad. But since it was winter time in New York, Carnival wasn't held in the streets then. People went from house to house in their costumes and held private parties. After World War II, a permit was obtained to hold Carnival outside, in the streets, and to have it in the warm weather. Carnival continued in Harlem until 1964 and then stopped for a few years. In 1965, U.S. immigration laws changed and even larger numbers of immigrants began to arrive in New York. Most didn't settle in Harlem like before, but in Brooklyn, in the area around Eastern Parkway. When Carnival started up again in 1969, it was only natural that it would continue not in Harlem, but in Brooklyn, where the new Caribbean community was growing. As the community grew, so did the carnival. And now there is even a special workshop where we pass the tradition on to our children.
Now, hear what you're going to do for me. All right? Here. What I will do here, I will just do this. All right, knife. We'll come in here. Take this and put it in. Don't create that amount of space. All right? Cut down these here for me. It's part of a culture. And along the line, the kids and them play a very important part in any cultural event. What happened, let's say I dropped out of it, I said, I don't want to be bothered with this anymore. Somewhere along the line, if the kids is involved, they will be able to continue the culture.
Were these kids born in Trinidad or New York?
Most of them was born in New York. Some is born in Trinidad. We have a staunch-born American standing right here. The same way that most of the kids look forward to the Macy's parade is the same way most of the kids right now is looking forward to this. I have a young daughter here. And since right after Labor Day last year, it haven't got a month past that she haven't talked about Labor Day. Well, it's part of my culture. And when you have a culture to turn to, I'll be honest with anybody, be proud about it.
Coming down to the final stages. Final stages is like that 2 weeks before you got to push. And I mean push till your skin like feel like it want to drop. And we shoot for it. We say, hey guys, we're gonna make around the clock. Because when you get out there on the parkway, that's when every year, thing comes together. The celebration of your whole culture, the history of the past, your present, your future, your generations that come and the generation that gone. So celebration comes right through. Carnival sticks with you, and you name it, that's Carnival.